All right, so like I was saying, what we're going to do is get right to all these examples, the before and afters, or the afters and befores, really, in regards to a lot of these content creators and shills and frauds and grifters in regards to what they say. So just like the opener again with Alex being a dumbass like he is.
And you notice that this is like a theory for me. You see he's got the fucking sleeves off, right? Whenever he has the sleeves off, that's the only time I want to react to him, right? Because that's when he starts talking that shit. And then he does this weird thing with his camera where he looks like a little kid holding an iPhone. I mean, isn't this guy just a goofball?
Considering himself to be consistently right most of the time. He does hit the nail on the head from time to time, but there's a lot of instances like the one we just shown where he's a complete dumbass. And
well, I didn't even watch it. Like I said, I never watch your intros. You always start your videos off, right? And I think that the intro is the most important part of the video, by the way. You always start your intros off with other people talking. Maybe because they probably have more substance to say than you. I mean, this dude, how many times do you have to keep on learning this lesson, old man?
Idiot, and that's just the way it is, and he's a fraud, shill, grifter, X, insert, X, whatever you want to do. That's just what he is. He can't beat the allegation.
Oh, we know what you want to insert in there, because that's just how butthurt and how childish, how immature, and really just how whack you guys are. Like, we've seen the little things that you throw out, right? A certain word, right? I'm not going to get into it, but we see what you do. Yeah. And you can't even look the camera in the eyeballs, right? That's why you're looking away and shit. You're just such a little squirmy old man.
It is what it is. He has Astro clipping for him 24/7. He has his other little sheep running around doing his little bidding and stuff.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You see, there goes Astro Cyborg. They're so mad about Astro. Shout out to Astro. Keep on doing your thing. And you're going to talk about he's got his other little sheeps. Okay, dog. Like, you guys are so full of shit, man.
Like that, and he just can't beat the allegations. So I figured, let's open.
What allegations?
Let's have some fun.
What allegations? And you said let's open with that. Boy, we skipped that shit. We want to hear what you gotta say, right? We want to hear the thoughts from the vault, that little tiny ass vault.
One of the best receipts under Alex right there. So as we continue here, let's go over some current stuff here, right? The whole debacle of PlayStation being third-party enough to give their single-player first-party games over to the Xbox console ecosystem, right?
And it's going to be on the console ecosystem, regardless they port it or not, but continue.
So, as you can see here, this is, of course, from Double Barrel Gaming, Boomstick, and etc. As you can see, Xbox lunch break speech, special, in there in regard.
Yeah, throw on your glasses, you old man. Like, come on.
To full third-party releasing games on Xbox, all in caps, showcasing that he.
Why you always be on boomstick shit, dog? Let the dude live. He's talking that shit.
He's very sure of this happening once again because, again, that Broken Compass eventually was right about Helldivers 2, 8 games as a service game, eventually landing.
Hey, man, a broke watch is right twice a day, right? I mean, come on now, a broke clock. I mean, come on, dog.
On the Xbox consoles, coming again this August 26th, but he's very sure of this, right? And it's okay. It's okay, and this is what he wants to do. This is the way of the future, stuff like that. Well, previous to that as well, it's only a matter of time. You got to do the Photoshop mock-up of course, Spider-Man, Insomniac's 2018 Spider-Man, all in green with the green glowing eyes, the white emblem up there, showcasing what Spider-Man would look like in a perfect world on the Xbox consoles.
Why are we talking about a fucking edit of a Spider-Man Xbox edition? Dude, you're so salty. Like, damn, where's the substance? We're just going over tweets, and they're trolling you every single time. It's just you getting upset about what you see on Twitter. I mean, damn, dog.
Pay homage to the Xbox ecosystem itself, and then as you can see right below there too,
they're paying homage, right? I say homage, right? Maybe it's homage. They're paying an homage to to the Xbox ecosystem. Like, I think they're just trolling you guys. I don't know.
Astall is also adding into this a photoshopped version of Spider-Man 2018, putting in the XS optimized for Series XS being optimized. None of those.
Oh, that's why I want the ports to happen, so we can see it on that darn Series S. And look at him. Look at him rolling his eyes. So upset, yeah. Oh, man, I'm surprised they didn't put the Xbox One there, too.
systems are going to do better than the Pro, so I love how it would be optimized, and then of course followed by
Boy, please. The PS5 is gonna do better than the Pro. Stop gassing up that weak ass Pro. Does he own a PlayStation Pro? That weak ass, that's scam.
by the GIF of soon. So this is just what they're salivating at, hoping, praying, breathing, going to bed every night, saying their prayers, hoping for this to happen, even though, you could just go up and
Oh, that's you. You're kicking and screaming. You're praying. You want the ride to stop. You're yelling at Sony. You guys are getting on emails and shit. That's you guys, right? From what I'm seeing from the Xbox guys. Now, granted, I have seen them say that they like Spider-Man, but a lot of them, and I know, right? Because I've asked and they've replied in the comments. Shout out to everybody who comments. They're just talking shit, right? They really just want to rub this shit in your face. Because you guys were talking a whole bunch of shit, so I don't know.
Have a console that has these games on there, or play this on the PC that supposedly all of them already have. But if it went to Xbox, that's going to change everything for the outcome of the brand and them not being full third party. Apparently, this would change everything into a 180 situation to where everything and all their worst nightmares would not come true like they already have. So
look at him. I mean, just look at him looking down, just coping. Are you reading a script or something? What the hell are you looking at? And what the hell did you even just say in the last 30 seconds? You said nothing, right? You just spoke in circles, but okay.
As we continue here, of course, boom. Well, where's this one from, guys? Not too long ago, right? Or was it a long time ago? What did we say beforehand, right? More reasons PlayStation has decided to bring their games to Xbox. SIE needs to recoup the $1 billion in losses. Mind you, this is not counting the $3.6 billion for Bungie.
Damn.
Shout out to JP Tells You for the original post.
Yeah. Talk that shit.
So, if you were unaware, very unaware, JP is another grifter. He's been trying different outlets. He reminds me of the...
Oh, so everybody who makes content against PlayStation is a grifter. Okay, that's why I hate using that word. I mean, like, everybody who makes content, I would like to think that they would think that their content is good enough to get compensated for it. But, I mean, I know that's the case with you, right? Even though your shit is dog shit, right? I don't understand why we have to keep on using this word grifter. We're going to keep on using the word grifter, and I guarantee you in like a year and a half, it's not even going to have a meaning because you guys just call everyone grifters.
Same with some past ones whose names have already eluded me. You know who I'm talking about. Somebody that was pushing an Xbox shill that was pushing for Final Fantasy to eventually arrive on the Xbox consoles, and he was just hardcore doing stuff, doing the interviews and stuff. His name has already eluded me. So if you know or...
I don't know who he's talking about. And what's wrong with him pushing for Final Fantasy 16 to be on Xbox? I mean, it ended up there. I mean, dude, why do they get so hurt? Why do they take so much joy in paywalling games and having games paywalled, even when the people who made those games are crying, saying that nobody's buying their games, right? These guys, they were too busy buying Microsoft games. They were too busy playing Forza.
Remember, put in the comments down below for memory's sake. However, they're using this photoshopped version of Forbes Entertainment stating Sony will lose a combined $1.2 billion due to the Concord Marathon game cancellations, where Marathon has not even been considered canceled yet at this point in time, at least. The PlayStation brand is yet to be profitable since the launch of the PS5 due to poor decision making. Now, this looks like something straight out of Goat Gaming's mouth, right? This came out to be really easily debunked. This was a photoshopped version. There was no search history, no backtracking, no information whatsoever anywhere in regards to this being true, or that Forbes published this in any way, shape, or form. So they got egg on their face, and they just continue rolling with it. So he had to delete this. He ended up deleting it down the line. JP still kept it up, of course, and was...
yeah, shout out to JP Tells You. I be seeing this shit. Yeah, keep it up. Who cares if it's right or not, right? Do they care? Do they care if the shit that they say is correct or not? Who cares? Especially it's got your old ass seething over a Twitter post. Yeah, keep it up.
Severely community noted. The last I checked, it was still up. But they just continue on. They don't...
Oh, well, it's community noted. It's community noted, so no foul then. It's been corrected, right? Why are you upset about this tweet? About this tweet that's not true? Why does it get you so upset then?
And then they end up gaining those followers and stuff like that still because the sheep want to...
And that's what it always comes back to. And every time it comes back to it, I'm going to always bring it up. Dog, you're a hater. You hate seeing other people grow. You hate seeing people's, content, their channels, their Twitter pages. You hate seeing growth. You're just so salty, dog. It's not a good look for someone your age, man.
Hear what they want to hear in their minds, regardless of the reality of the situation. So it's very interesting the fact that they latch on just because he went super hard shill for the Xbox community. Boomstick himself,
Oh, like how you go for PlayStation, right? Like how you go super hard shill.
just latched on and grabbed this, and he wasn't the only one that did this. Multiple shills grabbed that article, shared it, preached it as gospel.
And again, here we are back to calling Xbox guys shills, the guys who don't buy games. So how are they shills when they don't buy games? And then I'm just talking shit. I'm being facetious, right? I think that's the term. You know, I'm just talking shit, right? I'm just throwing it back in their face. You know, I know that there's some Xbox guys who will come in the comment section and be like, "Hey, Sigs, these guys are capping, man. We buy games." But nonetheless, I'm just saying that the narrative that they run with is that Xbox guys don't buy games, right? And that's why I be talking my shit, because they do the same thing to us PC guys. They love to pretend like we don't buy games either. So if they don't buy games and only people on the PlayStation buy games, then aren't you guys the shills then? Aren't you the ones running around saying support the devs, even though, you know, the results have came in, the sales charts are in, and that's not the case, you know, but you guys do support Microsoft devs,
etc. Now, if that wasn't pathetic enough, here, let's take a quick look at a Boomstick video from the past here. Here you go.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically Boomstick's channel. I mean, shit. Have them on. Yeah, let's look at another clip from Boomstick. Let's look at it. Yeah, why not? Of course.
They had that Phil Spencer kind of just, you know, put it out there and calm some Xbox community fears of them going third party, but more importantly, you know, closing down the narrative that was running rampant, which by the way, by the gaming media. You know, when the community does this, Umbra, you're like, well, you know, content creator, he does this for engagement.
Par for the course. Right?
Yeah, it's par for the course. But when the gaming media does it,
I can agree. The gaming media, they definitely latched onto it a lot quicker. And now we can look with PlayStation, with them sending games over to Helldivers and whatnot, with the job posting and everything. You don't see the media attaching to it. That's why I'll talk about it. I'll keep on bringing it up, right? Because I'm afraid that there's not a lot of other people who are going to talk about it unless you go on Twitter. It's like night and day when you see the coverage. So I agree with that. And I love how he has to bring up old ass clips from when the shit was going on, right? Now granted, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, but it's like, come on, dog. Like, I don't know. I just don't see how this helps build his point.
it's almost embarrassing. And well, you know, they all say you can't spell ignorant without IGN. They were one of the first ones to run an article. And again, that's par for the course. But I'm glad that Phil shot it down.
Yeah, no, I'm glad too. It was just another Hooven plot. I mean, it's
Hooven plot.
Hooligans once again.
Once again, it's right. It is what it is. They have a plan. And
that's why, you know, one thing I'll say, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, there was some cope on the Xbox side, right? That's why it's funny looking back on it, right? How you can put clips like this up and not have the awareness to draw parallels with what you're doing right now, Xvault. I don't know, dude. Like you're a goofball.
they always try to take down Xbox with something. It is like when I saw it, I didn't really feed into the whole thing because I knew it was stupid. I knew it wasn't real. You know, the whole debate about it was manufactured. So it didn't really, like when I saw him say that, it was just a reiteration of what he had already said. Really, I mean, people took it and ran with Stewart's words. I'm like, oh, the CFO said this. Yeah, he answers to Phil though.
Yeah, he does.
Phil dictates what's going to happen there, not him. And Phil has already.
And the funny thing is, the Xbox guys, from what I've seen, you know, he's just playing this clip. This is why I skip through the clips. Like he just plays the clips and then he cuts in music. Like he doesn't even react to it, break it down. Like it's just a poor presentation, you know. But what I've seen with the Xbox guys is the Xbox guys say that it's whole slate, even though there's games, right? If you want to get technical, you could be like, oh well. Technically, this game hasn't been announced. This game hasn't been announced. You don't see Xbox guys doing that. But from what I'm seeing from the PlayStation guys, you guys are going to hold on. You guys are going to hold on. You're not going to admit that they're full third party until literally every game has been ported over. And I think that's disingenuous. And it really shows how you know, how you guys aren't trying to have an honest conversation, in my opinion.
assured us that's not what their aim is.
So as you can see there, the proof is in the pudding with that video as far as what we're going over, what they've said. And of course, it just depends on the day of the week.
Oh well, I'm glad that you showed it because they look identical to you right now. They're doing the same thing. They're coping. They're downplaying. I see the same thing. And how you don't see that, I mean, it's interesting to me.
IGN is an ally to the Xbox community, or if they're a nemesis, so to speak. It just depends on what side of the coin you're landing on for the day, what kind of information you're sharing, and etc. Right? But that video. Really
oh no, I'll say it, and I don't care if I get roasted for it. I think the Xbox tech is real, right? And the Xbox tech, because like I said, Xbox is bad has put bread on the table for a lot of these guys. You know what I mean? I can't really speak for him, but you know, for a lot of these guys, you know, Xbox is bad has put bread on the table, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I know he runs with the Xbox bad narrative, but you know, I'm kind of talking my shit a little bit.
Speaks for itself. Just wanted to share that there. So as we have tons of other examples here, we need to keep this rolling here. Going over to the catfish, Andrea Piccinini, aka Joseph Cruz, aka rebranded Ascension.
And you sure do have a little crush on this catfish. You bring him up all the time. I mean, goddamn, that's all you talk about, right? I mean, holy shit. Every video. It's like I got deja vu.
Extension. They share this here, as you can see. Rumor with Xbox and then Spider-Man. This is the one they're clamoring for. Nothing else.
Dude, you've already shown this. You showed this in the other video. Boo. Dude, this guy fucking stinks. This is what you got? Damn! I mean, look at the frame I stopped it at. These guys are down bad. This is all that you got? We've already seen this. And you're still coping and seething? All they did was just put rumor? Oh, man.
They want the whole slate, but this is the main one that they're hoping for. Now that they got Helldivers 2, they now want Spider-Man. I don't blame them. I would. I mean, that's why I have a PlayStation myself, but however...
Oh yeah, you could just play it on PC. You know, don't forget to include that because you guys are multi-platform.
They have a rumor sharing that, right? That's what they want to go with. What did they say before, guys? Let's see some examples here. As you can see, I am consistent. I made peace with the fact that there are games I won't play unless I buy another console. I don't condemn Xbox for doing the same thing. I think it wouldn't be fair if PlayStation players can play Xbox games while we Xbox players are left with less. Just a couple years ago, right? A few years ago. A little bit later on. How convenient for you to play more games, including Xbox games on your non-Xbox console while Xbox players get less. I don't care if Microsoft makes more money. I'm buying their console and I expect fair treatment. As we continue to go on. Keep all existing exclusives exclusive. Keep all future big, new, and existing IPs exclusive. Keep Bethesda and Activision single-player games exclusive. Bring Activision games to Game Pass. Believe in the console brand you have.
I mean, we're looking at tweets from 2 years ago. So this is what we have to do. We can't... Anything to escape the present, right? We have to go into the hot tub time machine. I say it all the time, right? Anything but living in the present. I'm not going to lie, though. They were coping. But, I mean, a lot of people were coping. A lot of people were wrong, right? And now you guys are repeating the cycle.
Built. My, oh my, that has changed. And not only with Extension, I do want to throw General MLD into the hat because whenever he comes out of hiding, comes in, says something stupid, and now it's all about that publisher war. But not long ago. And when I say not long ago, when I say just a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, this is how it was.
Well, it's funny that he says that because from what I'm seeing, right, and from what your vice president said with them leaving a hardware-centric business model, them looking to, expand their platform, right? Them looking to go on to other platforms to expand engagement with their IPs, their tentpole titles. It is looking like it's the publisher war. If we're calling it a publishing war, it's looking like Microsoft. I say it all the time. They're hitting the digital dash in your top 10 on your PlayStation sales chart.
You change your mind in that quick of a case, right? That quick of a scenario. That means you never believed in anything you said. That means you are a fraud, a shill, a grifter, a corporate bootlicker. That's what happens. If you change and flip-flop 24/7, how anybody believes a word you're saying is...
No, that's not true at all, right? He would have been a shill if they would have said, oh, let me go get a PlayStation. Let me switch. Let me flip. It's crazy. I've seen like a short where you had an Xbox. Like you're the one who just flips and goes all over the place. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It is kind of funny because it does look like they were going through, the stages of grief, but at least they got over it. At least they accepted the fact that people are going to be able to play their games, and that Xbox is trying to make money. It seems like they actually give a fuck about Xbox, and they just want them to be able to make money to ensure that they're going to be able to have Xbox hardware and Xbox games to play, right? Because, I mean, even you guys like Xbox games, now that we look at the sales charts.
Beyond me. But again, the sheep are a big driving factor of this. Instead of dealing with reality, they like to deal in delusion and dream escapades and whatever else you want to throw in there. It's really bad to see, but these are the receipts. Do you see how they were wrong on so many levels? Do you see the flip-flopping on so many levels as well? That's just where we're at. But let's keep going. Like I said, lots of examples here. So, as we come over, this is kind of the beginning of everything, right? This is what we shared in a previous video. Insomniac Games just stating, hey, how are you with the peace sign? We got photo mode. We got Spider-Man there.
So you're recycling shit. I might have to stop this one early, you guys, if he's just going to keep on recycling shit. I mean, it's a slow week for you. I mean, this is terrible even for your standards, right? Because I expect shit videos. I expect you to be coping, getting salty over your own evidence of the salty batch files or whatever. But I don't expect you to just keep on reusing shit that you used in your last video. Like, come on, dog.
Nothing else to it. No eluding, nothing. The Chaos Lounge, gentlemen. So Spider-Man 2018 coming to Xbox. The port begging continues. That's what they're wanting. That's what they're needing. Why do they need this?
How are you going to say the port begging continues when this is from July 14th, dog? It's like almost a whole month later. This is what I mean. An old dude with old news. I get a chance to say it every video.
Well, not too long after that, what are they doing? Making videos. Full slate. And there it is, the full slate from the Chaos Lounge.
Talk that shit, brother.
Over 7K subs because people want to hear false narratives.
Over 7K subs. Oh. Why are you mad? Get to work then, nigga. Build your channel up then, nigga. I'll tell you what won't help. Using old shit from old videos, right? But I'm no expert, right? I just really started doing this shit. But I mean, dude, quit being such a little salty pussy about this shit, man. Excuse me, I'm talking that shit. But I mean, come on, dog. Why are you so hurt?
People want to hear false information, hopium, copium. This is what they want to hear. They think the whole slate, so they don't even line up from that. Spider-Man 2018, they're throwing in Miles Morales, Ratchet and Clank, Days Gone, The Last of Us, God of War. As you can see, do we see where we're going with this here? They're just hoping for something because, well, as we continue on here, he states, later on, right? Well, not too much later on. This is before, beginning of the year, right? Xbox as a brand is done. I've said all along, if the three pillars of any of them go, they will lose a lot for the sake of a few dimes. The brand confirmed now is Game Pass, right? So he made...
Hey, I've heard people say Game Pass is the exclusive. Hey. Why is this getting you so salty, man? He's pulling up some shit from January. This is insane.
He made sense with that. This is why he wants that whole slate. This is what he's crossing his fingers for. Because if Xbox as an ecosystem goes down, or even goes down that path, or they failed, they want their competition to fail. They don't care about Nintendo failing or succeeding. They care about the direct competitor, which is PlayStation.
Hey, and just like you guys with Xbox, even though you say that Xbox is no competition, you guys ignore Nintendo all the time, right? Even though their exclusives are doing well and they actually have exclusives, you guys ignore Nintendo all the time and you focus on Xbox, right? The dead console. I don't know, man. We constantly see you guys at the cemetery pouring one out for the Xbox, right? The dead console. I'm just saying, you guys love that little dead box.
Want them to fail. Why you would want people in the gaming atmosphere, especially where they prompt up gaming. This is what I don't understand. You have PlayStation as just a great pillar in the gaming community, creating these great games. That's why they have them on there, right? Spider-Man.
Money-hatting games, yes. Money-hatting Marvel Spider-Man. Yeah, it's such a great company.
Ratchet and Clank through God of War, Days Gone, Last of Us. These are amazing games.
All of those games are on PC.
Why you want someone to go down that path and just straight up fail and not provide quality?
And this is the straw man I see all the time. No, nobody wants PlayStation to fail. You guys, and I don't want to hear this shit, not from people like this. You guys have literally made channels off of you saying that Xbox is dead. Xbox is going to fail. I don't see in the video that you were just showing, right? The little video where he was getting salty about the guy having 7K subs. I didn't see him saying PlayStation's dead, right? I could be wrong. Maybe he said that, but nope. I don't think I see it anyways. I don't know. I'm just saying that's what you guys do. You guys have to talk in extremes. You guys can't just be in the middle and have an honest conversation with nuance. You guys have to go in the extremes, and it's just funny. This will be the same guy talking about grifters, shills. I don't know.
Is beyond me. But again, it's because they want someone to suffer. They lost. They want people to suffer. They want the competition to suffer. They want the fans of PlayStation.
Oh, no. We want love for everybody, right? We don't want nobody to suffer. It is funny seeing you suffer, right? Let me not be disingenuous, right? I do find it very funny seeing you guys suffer. I think it's very hilarious.
To suffer and to go through that whole moniker as well. But
but in my defense, you're the one who gets in front of the camera and lets everyone see you cry, right? Lets everyone see you break down. Lets everyone see your midlife crisis.
You know what? We're not done with Chaos Lounge. Let's show a video here. Take a look at this one.
The talk about Xbox going third party, the talk about Xbox going 2027, I think that's now laid to rest, right? All this talk about Xbox going third party, and, we had a number of creators, which, I've got my receipts. I've got them. They will be coming in another video. It's going to be very fun to sit back and just laugh at these people for about 5, 10, 20 minutes. There is no such plans. There is no such endeavors. Starfield and Indiana Jones is not in development for PS5.
Yikes. I'm pretty sure that one ain't aging too well, right? Well, we're not done there. How did he react also to the Indiana Jones debacle there?
Who gives a shit? This is what I'm saying. They're going back old. See, to me, maybe I just have like a short mind track, maybe I just don't like to live in the past like that. God damn it. Right? Indiana Jones, old game, old. Like, who cares? He's talking about, how did he react to Indiana Jones? Don't you guys want to see that? No, who gives a shit? But go ahead, let's see it. We know you're going to go dig and bring it up.
Is it being announced for the PlayStation 5? Well, let's take a look at that as well.
But you're probably wondering when the game comes out, right? Well...
December the 9th.
Oh, is this the It's Coming clip?
No PlayStation.
There you have it. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is coming out this December for Xbox, Game Pass, and PC.
Man, stings, doesn't it? Stings, doesn't it? Not to put salt on the wound, but I mean, they do it to themselves, right? They do it to themselves. But the videos, again, speaking for themselves there. Just wanted to share those with you. The receipts are glorious.
Okay, now let's see the clips of Colin Moriarty, right? And Reforge saying that they don't think that Helldivers is coming to Xbox, right? I mean, how they don't see that it's the Spider-Man meme, how they don't see it's Evil Twin, it blows my mind. The lack of self-awareness, they don't have a shred of it.
And more content to go over here, so let's keep this train rolling here.
Do you have more content? Because you've showed 2 tweets that you showed in your previous video.
We continue on. It's been a minute since I've actually had to show Cucktanga here, but here he is, right?
Here we go.
This whole
frittata
here, this collage, if you will. Frittanga on third-party status after Xbox full multi-plat pivot, as he shows here. Back in December of 23, I'm so glad Sony and Microsoft are going third-party. The end of the console wars is near.
I mean, he was truthful about that. Let's continue.
Continues, I already considered Sony and Microsoft third-party publishers a while ago, and then they came to PC. When they
came to PC. Yeah, exactly.
Came to PC, right? Laughing emoji.
And we got to read out the laughing emoji because we're an emoji waiter. Yes, go ahead, Xvault.
It's hilarious how hard ponies were celebrating yesterday, only to wake up to the news that Sony is full-blown third-party.
Yes. I agree.
Okay, we continue on.
Great tweets.
Sony is third party. Do we see a narrative here? He's very upset about a lot of things here.
He's not upset. He's just stating the truth. You're very upset that he's stating the truth. I guess that means I'm upset that I'm saying that PlayStation is third party. They're third party. You can play their games on PC. You guys just want to ignore it. That's why I keep on saying I can't wait till the Xbox hardware comes out. And I'm not trying to show for it. I've already made it very clear. The Steam Deck OLED is king to me. But I can't wait until, the Xbox guys, if they want to get it, have a chance to get this hardware and rub it in their face. And they're dreading the day. It's going to be hilarious. The crash outs they're going to be insane.
LOL, there's nothing they can do about it. Sony is officially a third-party publisher. Just harping on it, right? Just harping on it.
Yeah, just
What did he say?
just harping on it. Yeah, just harping on it. Yep. Over and over and over and over again. It's never gonna stop.
Before the multi-plat pivot, though? Let's share that. Xbox going third-party are rumors I've heard for over 12 years. Why do I have to treat it like news every single day? And then, of course, here's Jose.
Every single year.
He's responding to that. Right, he's right. You and Thick Stick Boy have been up in arms for Xbox lately, especially since both of y'all are PC Master Race, right? So, again, very hard in Xbox not being third-party, all right? Their stuff was available on PC at that time. Didn't really consider them third-party and third-party rumors. As we continue, Microsoft keeping Activision multiplat got this dude thinking Xbox is going third-party. LOL. Talking about Porterrock's response here, right? I wonder.
Okay, and this is what I mean. So he was wrong, right? He misspoke. Did he come back and correct it? Can we agree now that they're both third party? But instead, we got to dig back into the past and everything and think that we're building a case. I mean, I don't know. The way that this guy presents his soul, it's really just him digging up old tweets where people were wrong, right? Because people are going to be wrong. There's going to be times where I was wrong on shit. I'm a human being, right? In fact, there's only one person in this lifetime who went their whole entire life without doing anything wrong, right? Never lied, never committed a sin. And how did shit end up for his ass, right? So, I mean, I'm just going to leave that there. So I don't know why these guys like to pretend like they're never wrong or to comment on this type of stuff. You can never be wrong. I don't get it.
As Microsoft continues to release Activision Blizzard games on PlayStation and notice the huge sales disparity, PlayStation having higher sales than Xbox, would that make them consider to put all their games on PlayStation due to games selling better than their own console? Very much in arms about it, right? Like you said, Microsoft keeping Activision multiplat got this dude thinking Xbox is going full third party. To me, this was common sense. P-Rock spoke those words.
Are you talking? We can't even see you, dog. Dog, we can't even see you. Make this smaller. See, this is why I don't even bother like with the edits and shit, because I'm not going to lie. I'm not very good at it. I probably need to learn how to get better. But, you know, that's why I just be reacting. I mean, dude, pull this shit down. Like, he's blocking himself and he's talking.
A lot of others spoke those words.
Where you at,
They didn't
Xvault?
think it was happening. Then he continues, the last one, Xbox is definitely not going third party based on these leaks. Quite the opposite. I don't know who Cucktanga has for insiders. I don't know what information he has.
Hey, Detective Seeds. I mean, he said Xbox is not going third party based on these leaks. So maybe he was just referring to the leaks. I don't know. Let me play devil's advocate. Either way, okay, there were people coping. That's why I'm saying, if there were people coping and you've seen it before, why are you going to turn around and make the same mistake? That's all I'm saying.
But he is wrong a lot of the time. And that was before the multi-platform pivots. All right? After that pivot, what did we pivot? Fraud, shill, and grift for?
Oh, so you said that was after or was that before? 1 second. Let me pull that back a little bit.
After that pivot, what did we pivot? It was before the multi-platform pivots.
Okay, so it was before the multi-platform pivot. I don't know if he's talking about in content creators and their talking points or Xbox. I don't know. Either way, man, like this is what I mean. We have to go into the past to get our W's. We have to like I say it all the time, how the mighty have fallen. We can't talk about W's this week. We got to talk about quote unquote W's from 2 years ago. All right. After
that pivot, what did we pivot? Fraud, shill, and grift for? PlayStation's third party now, guys. Laugh, laugh, laugh. PlayStation's third party. You heard it here first kind of situation. It's just, you see the narratives changing all the time. Do you not see the frauding, the shifting around?
Yeah, I see the narratives changing. Yeah, because if you can analyze it, I mean, where they are is pretty much where they were is where you guys are right now. And I'm saying it, I keep on saying it, I'll repeat it every video. You guys are going out worse than the Xbox guys. And there's no reason for you to do so because you have an example that you could have looked at and said, okay, because history will repeat itself. right? But you got to learn this lesson the hard way, old man.
Of the narrative, the grifting. I mean, it's super obvious. I mean, Kuctinga, I mean, he takes L's on daily. He has a very large follower base. Good for him. As far as that, because
yeah, gotta bring up the follower base. That's all your old ass care about. You're way too old to be always talking about follower bases. It makes you look like just a little jealous old man. And I'll call it out every time, by the way.
sheep, I mean, they come in droves, right? They come in droves, and everybody it's just so bizarre to me to sit there and act like PlayStation's like they're horrible people. They're horrible people. It's all about the grift.
Oh, no, nobody says they're horrible people. You know, people are just saying they're like all these other companies, all these other, like Nintendo, like Microsoft, they're a greedy corporation. That's all that people are saying, right? At least Microsoft got Game Pass, right? But you guys are celebrating and championing them paywalling games. That's what this whole thing is. That's the overarching theme, is you guys celebrating them paywalling games that you guys, quote unquote, love. That's all I'm saying.
That's why. Ultimately, it's about the games. If we're all putting that stuff behind us and you want to play a great game, you're going to play a great game, regardless of where you're going to play that great game.
If you want to play a great game, then you're going to buy a PlayStation. Just go ahead and say that shit. Just go ahead and say it. And look, he's got a little grin on his face because that's where he gets excited. That's where he gets happy. And he wants to talk about shill. Like, boy, Sony's got their boot on your neck. You're one of Sony's biggest boot kissers.
That's just the way it is. They do this. They shifted that pivot for a personal gain. If you believe anything that these dipsticks are saying, that's on you.
For personal gain, yeah, because content creators, we're not trying to get monetized. We're not trying to get monetized for our content that we make, right? That we put time into, right? Like, you're not trying to get monetized, right? You have your monetization turned off, right? Like, these guys just be saying shit. This is what I mean. They love using terms and diluting the fucking term to the point where we're not even going to be able to use the word, right? And I think, Rifter, I think it's a pretty decent word when used correctly, but you guys are just overkilling the shit. I mean, find a new word, dog. Like, holy shit.
And well, you're going to find out at the end of the pot of gold there that it's not really a pot of gold, it's a pot of shit. So that's all you're going to get there. But let's continue on to our last example. Of course, we can't end something without a Cuck Eastwood either. Colt Eatswood, whatever you want to call him at this point in time.
And you keep on calling people cucks. I mean, you're projecting, brother, right? Projection.
But let's share some examples here. We got something here. PlayStation 2025. It's just 4 games. David stating it's just 4 games. It still haunts Xbox, right? And it does. So, Colt Eastwood thinking with Helldivers 2.
Does it? I mean, 31 views.
Being a game, I don't know where the 4 games comes out. I get the narrative of, hey, if it's...
And he said it's just 4 games. Shit. And you said you don't know where the 4 games come from? Oh, wait a minute. Final Fantasy, Death Stranding, Lego Horizon, MLB The Show, right? But they'll look at that and say, it's just live service. The licensing. What do you mean you don't see where the just the 4 games is, man? This is just a start.
It's one game, it can be more kind of situation, don't get me wrong.
It's just one game, it can be more. Yeah, it sounds just like it's just 4 games. The only difference is PlayStation hasn't came out and said it's just 4 games. They're just putting games on the Xbox. I mean, how do they not see this shit? So delusional.
However, let's continue. Colt Eastwood stating, join us in a couple of hours for XNC podcast. It's going to be a controversial one, and we might have a special guest drop by. PlayStation games on Xbox. So, of course, now we're showing Returnal, Horizon, Spider-Man Remastered.
Yep.
Because Spider-Man, again, the front...
Just like how you guys were doing, and now you're getting upset and you're crying and coping about it. But go ahead.
Runner. The biggest selling IP across all media, whether it's comics, video games, movies... It is always up there. It's one of the highest up there. One of the most popular Marvel IPs.
And here you go yet again building a case on why it's probably going to be on the Xbox. Yes, very popular IP that they've successfully money had it. Yes.
IPs out there. So when everybody downplayed, anytime they downplayed, especially these Xbox fanboys and shills and grifters.
The second one, yeah, people did downplay the second one because it played like goddamn shit. Right, on the console and on the PC, but you guys just glossed over it, even though you love to spread narratives about quality and shit.
Whenever they downplayed the Spider-Man video games from Insomniac, especially, they were hurting inside. They wanted it on their ecosystem. They wanted it on their preferred platform. They didn't get it. It's always hurt them to the core. So, in case you didn't know, you know. As we continue on, you hate to see the Hooven ones proven wrong as usual, right? Xbox isn't going third party. Phil Spencer. He's quoting Phil Spencer saying that the used car...
I mean, dude, most of your tweets have been from 2023, and this is shit that we've already accepted. The Xbox guys were coping. Yes, they were coping. They didn't expect it to be whole slate, right? And technically, we can say it hasn't even technically been whole slate yet, but I do think it's going to be whole slate. I think even the games they haven't announced are going to go. I just don't think there's a reason to keep them to the Xbox platform when we all know that there's money with putting your games on every platform available. I mean, we have to, like I said, we have to keep on going back to 2023 to have our W's. Like, this must be exhausting because I hate being on Twitter. It must be exhausting having to scroll and find old tweets. I mean, dude, you must put a good amount of your time, take a good amount of time out of your day to go find this shit. It's sad.
Salesman, you think he would have known by now, but nah, he likes to run with it, right? So again, as we can see here, we'll go off the BRAP one because the other one's kind of cut off, but just listen to the audio of Xbox CFO discussing how they want Xbox first-party games on any screen that can access gaming. He also includes Nintendo and PlayStation as destinations for first-party content. Xbox is going third-party. When the Xbox CFO says they're working on getting Xbox first-party games on PlayStation and Nintendo, it only makes sense to invest in PC, PlayStation, or Nintendo. That's on top of the fact that Xbox has released basically no major must-have AAA first-party games this gen. Not incorrect, right? And obviously we know where we're at with everything, right? So, gotta love it, gotta love it. So here we have another video from him, Plague Tale.
So, like, and you're just running through this shit, and I think you kind of are realizing as you're going through it that, like, damn, why did I throw this in there? But you have to, but you're too deep in, you're committed, so you have to keep on running with it. But go ahead.
Requiem, new biggest exclusives on Xbox in 2022, and new leaked reveals on Xbox Series X and S.
This is your song? You're showing a video title from 2022? And why don't you go ahead and push subscribe, buddy? Right? You be under his shit all the time.
Right. Right. So exclusives matter. I know I've covered this in videos in the past, but here's more receipts, right?
Hey, and I'm not going to tell you, Plague Tale Requiem, when I played this shit day one on Game Pass, right? And my girlfriend was there and she enjoyed watching this game because there was some really nice scenes with this. That's when I seen the potential. I said, oh, this is amazing. I couldn't believe it, right? I couldn't believe it. I felt like I stole something. I was looking over my shoulder and shit. I'm like, damn, I can just play this now? A great game. I'm looking forward to the new one.
It mattered not that long ago, but now they had to pivot. They had to shift the narrative. They had to move the goalposts. They had to change the grift, and they had to make it seem okay. And now the new grift is...
Well, I don't think it was that big of a deal to them that other people were going to be able to play their games, right? Now, when it comes to console war points, right, and console war narratives, it definitely hurt them, right? But they shifted. As you said, they adapted. Now they say, you guys pay while they get to play, right? And I think that's a very good saying. Whoever made that shit, you know, hats off to you.
PlayStation games are coming to Xbox. We're still waiting to see if that's happening other than games as a service, or maybe the Horizon Lego game or something like that. We're waiting to see what happens, right?
Oh, we're waiting to see.
Have to wait.
You're waiting to see. Buddy, we already know what's happening. You're coping and being delusional.
See, more on that in another video. However, as we continue here, right, he has another one. The port begging has never been more desperate. I don't blame them with this roadmap, and half the games aren't even announced yet. Oh, the good old roadmap. It does seem like yes.
Oh, damn. I mean, he talking shit. He said, I don't blame them with this little rinky-dinky roadmap, boy. I don't blame y'all either, man. Good thing Phil Spencer coming in and he's serving y'all. He feeding the streets, right?
Yesterday, it kind of was just yesterday, it seems, in regards to them touting the roadmap. PlayStation didn't have a stronger or larger roadmap. Xbox did, and that's where it's at.
Yeah. Y'all getting one tempo title.
And Xbox or Xbot people saying that the ponies are begging and asking for these Xbox games to arrive on their PlayStation. No. And I will tell you, and this is just me personally.
No, I don't know. I mean, look at the top sales. I don't know. Indiana Jones is on there. What do you mean, no? See, the funny thing is he didn't put Forza on there because who would have known that Forza, a 4-year-old game? Oh, shit.
No, I did buy Sea of Thieves right away when it was available. On
Yeah, we knew you bought it right away. Your boy Six talks about that all the time. That's how I knew it was going to be full slate.
PlayStation. I did buy Grounded right away when it was on PlayStation. Because
Right
I was like,
away.
those are the two games I found interesting enough, but not enough for me to go out and buy a separate console, right? I'm like, yeah, if it ever did.
Yeah, because exclusives don't sell consoles. But you see how he just literally shot down his whole fucking channel right there. He literally just said, I did find it interesting, but not interesting enough to buy a console. Says it so nonchalantly. Yeah, we know. I agree with you on that, brother. I don't think no game is worth buying a whole goddamn console for. Okay, Xvault.
You know, if it ever did come over to PlayStation, I'll check it out. I did. Very disappointed in both of those IPs. I know there's big fans of those IPs, but for me, I was like, yikes. I'm not even buying another Xbox first-party game unless I'm super bored or my backlog I don't want to get to or whatever the case is. If I feel like jumping in, I'd probably jump into a Halo. I even canceled my Gears of War pre-order because I was like, yeah, I do remember the multiplayer on this not being that great, and I don't want to just run through.
Yeah, you don't want to just hop in there and get your ass cooked. You don't want to hop in there and get worked.
The campaign again real quick. I did play Gears of War in the past. It wasn't like amazing, you know.
So let me use their terminology. Oh, so you're an Xbox refugee, right? Oh, so you used to have an Xbox. You're an Xbox refugee.
That's another reason why I never kind of also kept going with the Xbox consoles. It just never jived with me. That's why. But if I
never jived with me.
wanted to play those games, if they really were that good to me personally, I would have kept playing on Xbox additionally. But I didn't.
Additionally.
There's just no reason for me. Their first party games just never slapped.
Yeah, you rather pay full price on a PlayStation, and thank God that you're willing to do it, right? If that's how we're gonna be able to fund Game Pass and everything, shit, thank God that there are guys like you who will pay full price, because I know damn sure I ain't.
Like PlayStation's did for me. Again, everybody's different. Everybody has different tastes. That's totally fine. But again, so I'm just using that example as I wasn't ever begging for any game to come over to PlayStation. If it happened to happen, fantastic.
I don't know. I'm pushing X to doubt. And then we get a little throat clear, a little nervous throat clear. I don't know.
If I happen to get around to the game that is an Xbox first-party game, fantastic. But nothing I'm clamoring for or asking for. I promise you that, and I know I'm not.
Oh well, okay. What's put you in the vacuum? I mean, it looks like the rest of the PlayStation audience. Fuck you, right? Who cares about what you're saying? When we look at the top sellers, right? It looks like a lot of PlayStation guys are buying the Xbox games. I'm just saying.
Not alone in that sentiment. Again, otherwise those Xbox consoles would have sold and been selling for those games, because what sells platforms and ecosystems? Games. Those games weren't drawing enough of the crowd. That's just the way it is. But as we continue here, what I want to do is end this with one more video. This is a nail on the head for Colt Eastwood. You gotta love this.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't do another video. This is going on long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Shout out to everybody who made it to the end. I've also been starting to live stream more. So I live stream around like 9 o'clock, anywhere from 9 to 10. So if you enjoy it, make sure that you guys stop by. It's been your boy Sigs and Serial. Until next time, peace.